Hey Facebook and our YouTube fans, today we're going in depth with 4K and we're going to talk a little bit about some sports. So with that being said, let's get to it. Hey, Brandon and Drew from Dean Satellite and Security. Hope everybody's Friday is going awesome. Today we're talking about 4K and really what is 4K.
It's not a run walk.
Yeah,
I've been wanting to say that. 4K is not a run walk. That's the 5K.
So today we're going to talk 4K and what it actually is, because some people just don't know what it is and some people can't even have it. So with that being said, Drew, kick it off. Actually, hold on a second. As you can tell, I shaved. So if any of you guys cared.
No, not one. Sorry.
So now I look like Drew.
Hey.
Anyways, we're getting off track. Anyways, what is 4K?
4K is the latest and greatest technology. DirecTV is truly the leader in 4K technology. It's twice the signal quality as DirecTV, or as 1080. A lot of people think it's 4 times, but when you look at the aspect ratios, it's twice the signal quality or picture quality as 1080p. Really, DirecTV led the HD revolution back 2006-ish. I remember my senior year of high school. We'll go back.
Back in the day.
Year. 2006, I remember going to a buddy's house and watching HD basketball for the first time, and it was so incredibly clear. Like, how did we ever watch standard definition before? So if you've ever switched over to standard def accidentally, think of the transition to 4K about the same. If you're just glancing at it, it's going to look very similar. When you really look at it, we watch like the Masters in 4K. You can see the tree bark shadows, you can see the grass shadows, you can see the fiber in somebody's clothes. It is just incredible the quality that DirecTV has with their 4K. And right now they're the only ones airing live 4K sporting events. So whether it be, I think they're doing like 10 NASCAR races or 8 NASCAR races. They're going to do some more baseball games, some NBA games, the Masters, like some of the tennis matches. So as the technology enhances, the 4K is going to become more and more dominant.
Well, and even more into the future, pretty soon 4K is going to be the 1080. It's just going to keep growing and growing and growing, and it's just going to keep progressing because technology is crazy.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that 4K is similar to like what 3D was. The difference being is that 3D you had to wear glasses. Like, if you're going over to a buddy's house and you're going to watch football, like, I'm sorry, you're not all going to sit on the couch and wear 3D goggles and glasses. Like, it's just not going to happen. Whereas with 4K, you don't have to do that. So when you look at where the industry is going, 4K is the way to go. A lot of people are getting 4K televisions. It's no different than with any other 1080p TV. You kind of get what you pay for. Do I think you need to run out and get a 4K television right now? Probably not. Like, unless if you have a TV that's going out or you're going to think about doing it anyways, but don't just go out and replace the TV just to say you have a 4K television, especially if you don't have DirecTV. If you're going to make the switch to DirecTV and you want to use that 4K, to be able to view that 4K technology, DirecTV has 4K, kind of like a planet Earth type channel.
Cool. That's really cool.
That you can watch 24/7. So after the first probably 4 days, you've watched all that content, and then you're just waiting for the content to be able to be aired, and that's going to take some time. As Fox, CBS, NBC, the big major players, they have to upgrade their equipment first, and their ability to broadcast.
And it's expensive.
Yeah,
it's not cheap. So
no, and so the nice thing is with DirecTV, it doesn't cost you anything more. It doesn't cost you anything more to get a 4K box. Right now, you can only have one live 4K output, so it's not like you have to have all 4. So if you're going to give us a call and you're going to make that switch to DirecTV, you might as well say, hey, add a 4K on. I'm thinking about getting one. I already have a 4K TV. Kind of future-proof yourself for it, because there are certain requirements. If you're a current DirecTV customer, you have to have 2 things. You have to have an HR 54 now, as well as, and that's your main Genie box, as well as a 4K mini. You can use a certain Samsung, they call it RVU technology, that you use your television as a receiver. I recommend just getting a box for it. put it Velcro it behind the television. If you have it wall mounted, you can buy $5 at Walmart. You can buy nice Velcro. It'll Velcro right to it. That way you're not having to go into your apps and all that from your smart TV.
Awesome. If you have any further questions on 4K, please feel free to comment, Facebook comment, YouTube comment, however you like. Even email us, call us.
Absolutely.
All of that stuff is below. Have a safe Memorial Day weekend. I don't know if the weather's supposed to be nice or not.
It is. It depends on the day and it depends where you are. So I'm going to race on Monday, and there's a 60% chance for a couple of the hours. So we might be dodging some raindrops. Saturday, so tomorrow at the racetrack here in La Crosse, may or may not go. Some rain there. Quick shout out to the Nashville Predators making their first ever Stanley Cup final. By the time this airs, we'll know who they're against, because there was a Game 7 last night to know who they're going to face in the NHL Stanley Cup final. So it's between the Ottawa Senators,
And it would be their first trip, wouldn't it?
It is.
If they did go?
No, so the Predators already made it. That's their first trip. They never made it even to the Western Conference semifinals. So they made it first to make it to the semifinals, and then now to the finals. So it's a pretty cool deal. I worked for the Admirals for a few years, and that's their farm system team. So that's kind of cheater for the Predators, so go Pride.
So basically leave it with, thank you guys for watching. We've almost surpassed 15,000 viewers on our YouTube channel and just hit 30 subscribers. And the comments keep coming, and we try to respond to all of them. So with that being said, just keep flowing, we got you. So just keep turning it in.
Just keep refreshing. It makes me feel better.
Yeah. And we started a new vlog, so we have two up right now. So hopefully you guys like that. It's the
information.
Yeah, it's the programming remote and the resetting receiver, I believe. So yeah, check those out. Those are just short 3-minute videos. We'll let you guys have fun and do your own thing. So
be safe.
Yeah, be safe. Bye.